Fear of failure is good. Fear of failure will keep you up at night, planning and rehearsing and going over contingencies. Fear of failure will keep you training hard.
What's up, Ricocapital family and traders? I'm back again to show y'all a trade recap we did yesterday going into today. Swing trade. And if you don't know what a swing trade is, it's basically buying one day and selling the next day, looking for a move. So I just want to kind of show y'all because I recognize this pattern, and I want y'all to get better at pattern recognition and knowing kind of, where levels are. So first of all, if you need more help and want to work with me one-on-one, wap.com/Ricocapital, get the one-on-one mentorship with me. Ask me anything, we'll chart anything, any questions. I'll put you through a boot camp depending on how what you sign up for, and we'll get you trading right, where I can get you going into the market the next day and make money. So back to the trade kind of we took here. So this right here was TSM. It's a semiconductor, and this one was good because yesterday market was pretty flat, but I did notice QQ trying to go a little bit higher. We've been in range, right? So the only thing that kind of really caught my eye was Nvidia kind of breaking higher, right? As you can see, it gapped, or it didn't gap up, but it kept going overnight and then ripped up, and that was really the only main names in tech kind of moving today. So I saw this happening, and I really wanted to go Nvidia, but it was still in this zone right here, which was a red zone for me, meaning sellers, it would need to get above that for me to have taken calls. Now it got above it overnight, opened up at the 120 level, and sure, you could have taken calls there, and that's something I would have done, but I was already in TSM, which TSM is another kind of momentum play with Nvidia, with semis. So same conductor, same category, same sector. So I played the kind of momentum with it. So I went TSM, and the reason why I went TSM is it got over its supply zone here. This was a supply for me, and it's already green because we got above it, but this was red in the time being. Now, as we rejected the top, came down, held this bottom level again, from there, I knew that if we break above this, we can swing calls. So we broke above it, and we ended up slamming the 180 calls, and we got them for, I would say, around $1, 115, so like 115 bucks, 110, 115. They ended up running to 130, so I trimmed just a little bit, held the rest to take the ride for the following day. Told members, if this is too risky for you, take the gain, right, and just close the position overnight, so you don't have to take that risk. Now, for the ones that did follow me, obviously we worked out perfectly, and this is kind of what I saw. So we got above the supply at open, we dipped right into it right at close. Now we did have this next supply up here, 178, 177. We had a small gap unfilled up here, and it was coming from back here, where we kind of gapped down pretty. There's a little gap, but we ended up selling pre-market on TSM a few days ago. And so there's liquidity still there that needs to be grabbed. So it was a magnet. So this was our target, 178, 177. I told the team, I'm all out there. These calls will be almost in the money. Doesn't matter, I'm taking the gain. I don't care what happens afterwards. This is our target. This is where I know to get out, right? And so as I charted it, and this zone has already been there, you can see this zone has worked. And if you get up kind of like on the hourly and kind of go back, over here was the last time we were in the zone. We held, bear flagged, fell out of it. Back here, we gapped into it. This was back in early September, or late September actually, and we gapped above into it. Back here, still in September, we got to it, rejected, came back to the zone we were in here, and then we pushed up to it and kept going. So I knew that if we got above our 175, 74 green zone right here, if we got above this, we would run to the red zone here where sellers are at. I'm confident in that, so I wanted to be all out. Possible we could run to my next blue level, which is a normal just support resistance level, as you can see working here. And of course, it worked in the past as well, there and then there. So another level, of course. We could have held and waited for that, but I was pretty much all out with the runner, and I did end up selling the runner right around there. We ended up running to 180, so those calls pretty much went in the money. They did go in the money, so Very nice $5 move here, and this is how we played it. So we slammed those calls overnight, held, we gapped down, didn't let that scare me. I knew what was happening. We were under this zone pre-market, but I don't care too much. TSM kind of has low volume overnight, so I'm not mad about it. We did pre-market. I'm talking about 15 minutes before market open. I see this and I'm like, oh no. Did we not win on this trade? What's about to happen? This is where you stay patient. The next 15 minutes before market open, we ripped right back up into the zone. I said, okay, no, I'm pretty confident we're going to win this. But I told the team, stop is under 174.80. If we lose this, we're coming down to 172 and the trade is invalidated. And we know that because the previous day we got above 172.77 and came to this zone. So just like that, I knew if we lost this, we'd come back down, and there's no way our 180 calls would ever go in the money or close, and we would not bank on those. So that's what I told the team. Let's see what happens. We opened up and we dipped a little bit. I kind of held my breath. Let's see. Buyer stepped in immediately in this 15-minute candle, and as you can see, we rocketed to 177, 178 in this 15-minute candle. We rocketed. I'm trimming a little bit more, sold all out as we get to the zone. Left one runner, kind of ping-ponged, and then boom, hit the 179 level, went to 180. So these calls rocketed to a 200 plus a contract. So we got in at 115, 110 around there. Rocketed 200 a contract. So there you go. Love that on a very, very tough day. SPY didn't do anything, as we have news tomorrow. Q, same thing. Not much happening. NVIDIA was the second play I wanted to go for, but that kind of happened at open, that dip and rip. I couldn't get it because I was too busy holding my breath with TSM. It just rocketed immediately. So I was handling that position. We ended up playing something quick with QQQ as it started kind of pushing forward. We took some calls right here into this zone. Very, very easy. 2 for 2 on the day. We absolutely killed it, but for this swing play, this is it right here. You want to be patient, especially when you see pre-market stuff like this. Stick to your levels, stick to your zones, guys. If you want to learn how to chart better, hit me up. Watch my free videos. I have free videos where I chart high conviction setups just like this, and then play it the next day, the next week, and just like this we bank. They're all swing plays too. Most of them are swing plays, so this is what you need to be looking out for. When I saw this kind of happening after hours, I decided to this is what I want to do. I wanted to draw a yellow trend line from the bottom of the day before all the way into the next day, kind of close right here. And I did that because this yellow up trend line means that in no scenario, if this was bullish, we would break under this yellow trend line, meaning we would not open up and then completely do this and then boom. It's possible, but that's not. It's the likelihood of that actually happening. It just gets slimmer and slimmer for you. So you want to see something at open happen, or ideally gap up and then already be there at open, and you just sell right at open. So you don't want to see this, even though this could happen, but your probability of that is around, 30 to 40%. This happening right here, very good probability of it staying above and then rocketing. So it opened up above, and that's exactly what we wanted, because right at open, not only did the 15 open, the hourly candle opened, right? So the hourly opened up in this supply turn demand. We got above it, turning it a demand, and the buyers just absolutely stepped in. So in that hourly candle was beautiful. In a better scenario, this hourly candle would open up above 175.97. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for the hourly to open up above your zone there. So it would dip a little bit and then rip. But in this case, it did it perfectly still. And we absolutely loved it. So, and also I just drew a yellow trend line from the high of day yesterday all the way to kind of make a pendant going right here. So I know if we break above this pendant, we're going to go higher. It was possible that we came in here, tagged this, wicked out of this, and stayed inside here. If that was the case, it doesn't matter. We would have hit our target, still sold and protected ourselves. In this case, it kept going. It looks like it's still wanting to keep going. So this was a downtrend breakout. I told one of the members, they asked me what I saw on this. It was a downtrend breakout, and that's just basically getting on a higher time frame, get on the hourly, right? And kind of just see how we are on a downtrend. And then we broke out yesterday from that. No way that if this was still bearish, we would have broke above this. It would have stayed down here and then went lower, especially because we have a gap down there. My auto gaps are on right there. So we do have reason to come down, liquidity down there. I'm eyeing that gap for later, and I will set an alert for that. So when I see that, it's time to go, and I'll be ready for that absolutely. So hopefully you enjoyed this video and you learned something here. Like I said, I can teach you more if you want to sign up and learn from me. If not, I have a bunch of free videos you can learn from, study it. If you don't I know if you're not, you're new to trading, or maybe you haven't been doing it too long, you can't really, mentally spot these patterns. I suggest getting on Amazon or having some type of printout of chart patterns, right? So there's only a handful of them that you can really stick to and, burn in your head, like bear flags, bull flags, pendants, continuations, channels, wedges like this. So things like that, have it memorized, ready, so when okay, this is bullish, okay, this is bearish, this is what I'm looking for, all right, let's go. So get better in that sense, and hopefully you like this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.